Hey folks, Jonathan Scott, friend to the Thompson family and also a part of the LOGOI family as well, bringing kind of an audio representation of one of Ed's blog, Ed, I think that's how you pronounce it, one of his posts from earlier on this year, the one on Moses and his logistical issues. There's a lot of talk about numbers these days. We seem to be really obsessed with numbers, Inauguration Day numbers, immigration numbers, the cost of a 60-second Super Bowl commercial, even the numbers in the Dow Jones and how it surpasses or goes below certain records in their numbers. Regarding this obsession with numbers, there was a report a while back about Moses and the ancient Israelites, where Bible scholars, looking at Exodus chapter 12, verses 37 through 38, suggest that when you include all the men, women, and children who walked out of Egypt, there were some 24 million people. Now that is a big number. You also need to consider and include that they also took a rabble of non-Israelites along with great flocks and herds of livestock. An apparent report by a quartermaster general in the army claimed that to feed that many people, you would need at least 3 million pounds of food and 11 million gallons of water every day. The report also claimed that they would need a campground 2/3 the size of Rhode Island to pitch their tents, pen their animals, and roast their marshmallows by the campfire. Okay, the marshmallow part was made up. Then there's this. In Exodus chapter 14, the Israelites were trapped between the Red Sea and Pharaoh's army. God tells Moses, pick up your staff and raise your hand over the sea. Divide the water so that the Israelites can walk through the middle of the sea on dry ground. Now, the quartermaster report goes on to say that if you tried to cross the Red Sea double file on a narrow path, it would take 35 days and nights to get everyone across. But Exodus chapter 14, verses 21 through 22 says, the Lord opened a path through the water with a strong east wind. The wind blew all night, turning the seabed into dry land, so the people of Israel walked through the middle of the sea on dry ground with walls of water on each side. For the people of Israel to walk across in one day, the quartermaster report again stated, God would have had to cut a path through the Red Sea at least 3 miles wide, allowing the people to walk across 5,000 abreast. Now look, there's no way that many of us who are mathematically challenged that we can get our brains to figure out if any of that quartermaster report stuff is correct. But it certainly brought a greater understanding that food and water and armies and pharaohs and logistics and oceans and whatever other troubles we may be facing, that they're not problems for our God. He may not answer or move in the way that we want or expect, and many times he usually doesn't. But here's the thing. He is always in control. He is never caught off guard. He's always up to some much bigger plan than we can see or understand, and he will always accomplish his purposes. How do you respond to such wonder and amazement? The psalmist David gives us some help in Psalm 139, verses 4 through 6. He says to the Lord, you know what I am going to say, even before I say it, Lord. You go before me and follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand. So, move forward in the wonder that you can always trust in the God who never loses his sight nor his grip on you. Count on it.